Okay, so I found this mold. Well, it's not a mold. I duct taped it here. That's why it's black, but it's normally the green. There's a hole here and a hole here because I bought this and it had a ring on it, and it was in the Dollar Tree, and it had a ring on it like this, and it's a door knocker. And when I flipped it over and I saw, I'm like, immediately I can do a mold. So I was like, okay, I'm all about unique molds. So let's try to mold a door knocker. Anyhow, that's what I'm going to be trying to paint today. And so I've got my colors here. It's kind of hard to see what I got going, but I've got this green mica from Zen, and I'm just going to take a brush and use I'm going to dry paint the face. I do believe that's what I'm going to do in the green. So I'll just go like this because I just think it's going to give it that extra oomph. Just around. I don't want to put too much on, but I will need that on there. It's just going to help bring out the features and whatnot. I don't want to go too nuts because I'm going to use black, what do you call it? This black right here, which is, it's my black matte iron dioxide by Powdered Up Dolly, which I'm in desperate need to get a refill on. And I use that for the black because it's, you know, just a stark black, which I like. So I'm going to remain quiet while I finish this part. I might speed up the video a little bit just so that you don't have to watch every part. I'll probably leave the oops, I'm off camera already. See? Great. I'll probably leave the indent right there because when I use the black on top of a shimmer mica, it doesn't want to do as well. Like it doesn't cover as well. So I'm going to leave part of that just like so. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this strip here in purple. And I do believe I have a purple. This is the Magic Violet powdered colorant from Zen. So I do believe I shall take, I don't see what I'm trying to do this to where you can see what I'm doing. I'll take some of this, which I'm almost out of too. Oh my goodness. I need to invest. Okay, now I'm not sure whether I'm going to, I think what I'm going to do is actually paint that instead of doing the dry painting. I'm going to paint that to make it more, to pop more, okay? So then I'm going to take my pipette and put it in alcohol and put a few droplets. You don't want it too thin, you want it thicker. Stir this around, get it nice and stirred. See, you don't want it to be too runny because it'll bleed, but you don't want it too thick to where it shows your brush strokes. We'll see what this does. See, that's pretty much perfect. I could use a bigger paintbrush, and I might very well do it since it's such a big part. Let me see if I can find a bigger paintbrush. Let's try this one. This is more of a flat one. It might just make the process go by a little faster. Can make bigger strokes. Okay, so now we have black. Well, we have white around the eyes, which that's probably what I will use. Although white is kind of a hard one to get. But I'll use my Phyllis Diller, which is Mad Oils. And I shall try to do it with this. It's a mica, it's a shimmer. Just put a little bit in there and let's see about getting the eyes. Why not, right? Okay, so I'm going to rinse this brush off. Make sure I get all the water out of it so I don't activate the bomb. Because I'm not using alcohol to rinse my brushes. Okay, get that nice and good. Okay, now I'm going to try to get around the eye. My hand's shaking a little bit for whatever reason, but I think I got it. And this one, do the same thing. Doesn't have to be perfect, but unfortunately I'm a perfectionist, so I try so hard to get it too perfect. It's almost better if it's not so perfect. Just looks better. Okay, so I've got the eyes done. Somewhat done. Let me bring this a little bit, angle this more to make the eyes more round. Let me check this out and see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go all the way around and make a circle because, okay. That looks good. That looks good. Looks real good, I think. Okay, then I'm going to need black. Okay, black is going to be the rest, I think. I think it is. I think it's going to be black. So we probably will need quite a bit of this. And I'm not going to dry brush it. I am going to use the alcohol. So you need to make sure you get it really, really good. Because this is not like a mica. It's, you know, it's kind of chunkier. See all the particles that are on it? It's a little chunkier, so you need to just make sure you do a really good job getting it stirred up. Okay. What should I do first? Around the face? Let's see here. I think I am gonna do the black around for the hair. And you know what I tend to do to make it look even better is I will use some black mica. Now the black shimmer mica, it's more like a gray. It's not a stark black. So that's why I don't use it as often, but to give it some highlights, I'll use it to give, you know, give shading and whatnot. That's what I'll use that for usually. But it's more, even though it says black, it's usually a gray. I know you can't see what I'm doing on this side so much, so I'll turn it over and get the other side for you so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So we're going to do this side now, which I'm just going to Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm just using this to do the hair part. Which actually, I think I brought it a little too far down. Okay, so now we have what looks to be just like so. Okay, you know, if there was a way that I could film this where this could be in the front so you could see what I'm doing, but I have a hard time, so I'm just gonna have to leave it like this because my tripod is right smack in the middle of my face. So I've got to do black all up underneath the rim, so that's gonna probably be hard. I gotta be careful not to drip any. Let's start over here. Well, I guess I'm going to do the outlining of it first. That way I know what I'm doing here. Let me see here. I'm going to start right here at the above the nose. Bring it down and around. I think what it needs to do is touch up against the white. Yeah. That's about right. So I'll need to come down on here. I need to come down further. Like that. Okay. That's my plan. Well, I came back on because what I ended up doing was I made the buckle on top. I just freehand, it's not the greatest, whatever. It looked a little plain up top, so I went ahead and freehand that. I made the pupils just a slightly bigger in here because I felt like there was too much white. I almost feel like I need to make the lines a little darker, so I may end up doing that, but this is, I think I'm going to call it the Witches. I don't know what I'm going to call. Witchy Witch or Witch's Brew or I don't know, some crazy name I'll come up with. But that's what she looks like.